Well, we got a homer pick in here today. Woo! Little Duran Duran Rio. Yes, I actually own this one. I think I own 2 copies of it, weirdly enough. One of which is the one that was released in America with a slightly different track. I don't know if it was a slightly different track listing, but maybe some of the songs were cut short, mixed a little bit differently. But then they re-released the canonical version, the British version. And that's what we have here today. So, going to be a short episode. This album only has 9 songs on it, but they're monster tracks. You could argue this is probably their most successful, well-known album. Certainly, every song is a banger. I am a huge fan of Duran Duran. Let's get started with the title track, Rio. Dances in the Sand. We are trying to get as many Yahtzees as possible, coming off of a pretty solid Kids Bop run. And we'll have more of those, sprinkled throughout the lifespan of the Yahtzee Beat the Runtime series. And hopefully some more Duran Duran as well. Now, obviously, the big caveat with this album, and a lot of albums from this era, fewer tracks, but sometimes pretty monstrous lengthwise, and that is our worst enemy. The title track itself, Rio, we would need a couple Yahtzees here. It is, I hate to say it, realistic that we beat none of the individual songs on this album. That is a reality. I hope we don't live in that one. I think I will go for the 5s. Just to guarantee that. If we could get 2 consecutive Yahtzees, that would be fine, but that's not going to happen. We do the best we can with what we got. 254, pretty much an optimal playthrough, but not enough for Rio. And coming right behind it my own way, one of my favorite tracks on this record. Got a great drum and bass beat to it, as do many, take your pick from any of the first 3 Duran Duran albums when they were really at their peak. And I mean, largely they're modern albums. Everything's probably astronaut and, current have kind of fit that vibe too. Just a little bit more contemporary. There's our first Yahtzee, and we're going to need those today. Yes, we will. Been fortunate enough to see Duran Duran several times in concert, including a couple years ago. I don't know what I'm doing here. Going for a small straight, apparently. Don't need another large straight. We'll take the full house. We actually have a chance at this one, but it's not a very big chance. Well, hold on. Hold on. Now we're cooking. We're at 290. We just need to score something. Probably should have just taken that 2, but that's okay. We got 3 of a kind. We'll go for 2s here. That'll put us at 314. Very good indeed. And we go on to Lonely in Your Nightmare track 3. I think all the first several Duran Duran albums only had about, between 8 and 10 tracks on them, which was kind of the norm at this time. Fantastic live show, though. I can tell you that the first time I saw them was, I think, right before Astronaut came out, when the original band got together for the first time following, like Medazzaland, Thank You, Pop Trash, the Wedding album, all that. And they had the rotating kind of cast of characters. And it was at a very small venue. It was up in Cleveland. I think it was at the Agora, which I don't think the Agora is maybe that small, but amazing show. Absolutely fantastic performance. I actually, my friend Ed, he was more into the band than I was at that time. And I had kind of started getting into them. Like, I think I had their greatest hits album, maybe. Certainly hadn't listened to any of the, deeper cuts. But after that concert, I was hooked, and they quickly ascended. You know, they're a top 5 band for me at this point in my life, and have been for ever since then, for over 20 years. So anytime I get to talk about Duran Duran, listen to Duran Duran, see Duran Duran, think about Duran Duran, it's always a good day. Hungry Like the Wolf. This is probably their biggest song outside of like maybe Ordinary World, which was a, you know, late career resurgence that not a lot of bands get to have. I saw where they just recently, a Yahtzee baby. The Wedding album, their second self-titled album, just got re-released on vinyl for the first time, and I think maybe since it was originally out. So I will be getting that because that is very much a missing component of my catalog currently. Some of their other ones that I have, I'm like, you guys repress these ones before the Wedding album? Like, I didn't know there was that many people out there that wanted Medazzaland. But I guess they did. I don't know. I want to see them. What's the Liberty? That's the one I want to see repress. Or Paper Gods, because unfortunately I did miss that one when it came out in 2015. So if you're listening, Duran Duran, that's what you need to focus on next. Sure, all the members are avid fans of the John Wyatt Edgar channel and Beat the Runtime especially. Ooh, just a point short of the bonus, but 275. So we beat 2 tracks. That feels good. Hold Back the Rain. I seem to recall that this song was played at like a space station, command station thing. Like they were getting ready to launch something. I don't know if it was a spaceship or a satellite. This would obviously been in the 80s. But they needed the weather to clear up to do it. And it was looking like it was going to rain. So they played this song. And then I think the rain held off. That's the urban legend. Can anyone confirm or deny that? I don't know if that was stateside, abroad. I don't know. I don't even know if that's real. I saw it on Wikipedia, so it must be true. Ooh, kind of tough choices we have to make here. This is actually the second shortest song on the album. The shortest song is Hungry Like the Wolf, which we just took care of. Oh, there we go. There's some 6s. 3s. Would like to see another Yahtzee, maybe. That would be nice. Not going to give it up yet. Oh, I should have taken the full house. Let's go for one here. Okay, we got the full house. 250. We beat the song. Let's go for a Yahtzee to put a cherry on top of this thing. My favorite song on this record coming up, New Religion. So was it Jimmy Eat World that did? Oh my God, hold on. Jimmy Eat World did a kind of not known very well cover of New Religion that sounds nothing like the original song, which is kind of a staple of most Jimmy Eat World covers. I feel like when they do a cover, they're like, let's make it not sound like the song at all. They did that with Firestarter. Their Last Christmas cover was pretty spot on, although they omitted like half the lyrics. I don't know what all that was about, but they take an interesting approach to cover songs. Jimmy Eat World does, and I don't ever really hear people talking about that. Maybe because most of them are B-sides. Maybe for good reason. I mean, I'm a big Jimmy Eat World fan, but anyway, New Religion is a criminally underrated Duran Duran song. Why did I take a chance there? I don't know. Stupid of me. Probably not beating this track anyway, but it's still like we could have at least pretended like we know what we're doing, and now we're just putting out numbers in random places. I'll just go for a Yahtzee. Who cares? Let's see. Can we get one of these straights back? No, it's gonna It wants us to just go for Yahtzee. This is a okay. Take the small straight and get the hell out of this track. You did it no justice, John. Last chance on the stairway. More like last chance for a Yahtzee, am I right? Let's go full house. We need 258 here. Full house right into a large straight. That's a nice combo. Take a 23-point chance almost any day of the week. I'll go for the small straight here. Just clear our conscience of that. And we'll start working on trying to get our 35-point bonus on the left side. Two's coming in hot. Let's see, is there a Yahtzee behind that 3? No. Is there another 5 behind that 1? Nope, just a couple 3s. Feel like this one could go either way. Keeping pace, but it's not the prettiest game. We should be able to secure a bonus if we cannot get... We just need 2 4s. I say that, and then, of course, we're not going to get any. Okay, there we go. There's some 4s. 259. We beat it by 1 point. Okay. And we move on to Save a Prayer. Which... I think when you hear the radio version, they cut like an entire verse out of this. That was a common thing also, I feel like, in the 80s when it came to radio edits of songs. We're going album versions here, baby. Duran Duran also did a pretty interesting thing where they would record like completely different versions of their songs called night versions early on that were like almost like kind of like a disco vibe. It wasn't like a remix. Like I think they would actually re-record a lot of them. And so if you get like the extended versions of some of these Duran Duran records, you'll have access to these 7-minute long variants of well-known tracks that they do. Just kind of an interesting time that they came up into the music ranks where it was like, oh, there's an appetite for this, but it's not something that's really done anymore. I don't know. And we're not going to get this song. Kind of reminds me, didn't Korn did like a chopped and screwed version of one of their albums or something? That was like a thing for a minute. And then it like just faded out completely and he never heard about it again. The Chauffeur closing track, great song. Deftones did a fantastic cover of it. This is another, I would say, underrated Duran Duran song. And if the music video, I think 3 of their music videos have nudity in them, which is kind of crazy. I only know this because I had the DVD version of the greatest hits as well, which had all the music videos and had like uncensored versions, and there was like Easter eggs and stuff. It was quite interesting. They were extremely innovative. I will say that they took a lot of risks. Sometimes they didn't always land, but you can never say that Duran Duran wasn't authentic. Like, they did that album with Timbaland and Justin Timberlake in 2007. I mean, I thought that was a pretty good album, but some people were like, it might have been a misstep. The thing that they did recently, I was not huge on, which was the Halloween album that was like half covers and then half like retreads of their older songs. But what I did like about it was that they brought in like everyone who was ever a member of the band to record, which was cool. It was almost like a family reunion thing. I also think they released it like a little bit too close to Halloween to really build up the hype around it. Like, I feel like you would have needed like a good couple months of hype, and instead they dropped it like 8 days before Halloween. It almost made it feel like the Halloween aspect of it was an afterthought, but what the hell do I know? I don't know anything. I'm just giving you my opinion. What you're coming here for, I'm sure, is great Yahtzee play, which we did not see a lot of today. We got 70, a rating of 70. We only beat 4 tracks. We did not meet our Yahtzee goal. And we did not meet our album runtime goal, which hasn't been an issue too much lately, but is today. So, but anytime I can talk about Duran Duran again, fantastic band. Hopefully we'll see more of them on this show, as well as some other bands that I like, as well as some more kids bop as well, I guess. So feel free to leave your recommendations in the comments. And we'll see you again here on Yahtzee Beat the Runtime. John, Wyatt, Edgar signing out. Thank you very much.